All right, so this video will walk you through how to navigate Canvas for my class. And as I mentioned, like every sprint is set up nearly identically. There's like variations, of course, in like the assignments, but for the most part, this is what you can expect to see every Monday when you load the class. So I will always include, okay, so first off, when you're on the home screen, I always link the home screen to your modules. So you'll see all of the Sprint content on the homepage, essentially. So the first one here is Sprint 1, AI Literacy, which you know is like our first big topic of the class. You'll see that I have an agenda. You'll see some assignments as well. So here's the WordPress website as your assignment, and then a discussion post is the other one. Then there may be like a series of pages where like it's important enough that I want to make sure you don't miss it. So I create like extra pages for you. So what I've seen students do is just like open all of them on like first blush when they first go into the sprint for the week, or when they first go into the sprint. That way you can just take like a quick overview of, what's on your plate for the next 2 weeks, and then you can more slowly go through the content. So I'm going to open up the agenda for this sprint, and that's why I've got the little arrows that say start here. So you'll see in this agenda, what is the theme of this sprint? What dates does this sprint encapsulate? I provide a note, typically just explaining what we're going to cover in these 2 weeks together. And then I will go into the actual like materials for the topic. So in this case, we've got a series of videos. I'm still loading some stuff. So we've got the kickoff. I'm going to put in the syllabus walkthrough, which is uploading right now, the Canvas walkthrough, which is the video I'm recording at this moment. And then we've got the lecture here. And as I mentioned, in my kickoff video, sometimes these will be me. Sometimes these will have been recorded like this semester. Sometimes they're recorded from previous semesters. Sometimes it'll be videos that I will create, that I've curated for you. But this is where you will find that content. I'll then provide a list of reading as well. So for instance, for this sprint, I link off to the syllabus for you to read, the mobile app design brief, which is the design, like the requirements about the app design you're going to work on this semester. I provide the links to the book as well. So the basics of the user experience design, it's a free book. You can download that. I have that link there. And then AI Snake Oil, which is our book for this semester. The first chapter is free, so I've provided that online as well. We've got some miscellaneous to-dos, which I also have called out, in those like separate, like one-off pages in the module. So we have got like sign up for Figma EDU. It is completely free. Make sure you use your school email address to do so. Sign up for Adobe Max, which is also, there's a free version where you're watching the events remotely. Some of these sessions are really good. The event used to be in LA, but now I think it's Miami or Tampa. But, if you can go in person, it's great. It's a little expensive, especially with travel and accommodation. But the next best thing is just attending remotely. And then there's also Colorado Startup Week for students who are local to the Denver, Boulder, Colorado Springs area. There's usually some pretty cool events and some great design ones as well. And it's completely free. From there, I link the projects for this sprint. So one of the projects is to create a WordPress website, and then the second one is to complete the discussion post. So I'll always list out what it is that you need to submit. And then I end every agenda with my contact information, so that you just have it, easily at your disposal. So I'm going to go back to that module view. And here we've got the WordPress website discussion. So again, like I don't have to teach you how to use the internet, but you'll go ahead and open those, individual like assignment pages. And here's where I provide all the information you need to complete that assignment. If there are instructions that are not clear to you, please let me know, because if it's not clear for you, chances are it's not clear for somebody else as well. So I want to use that opportunity to improve any of the language and to like make sure that all the students understand what it is I'm looking for. So if there's anything unclear, just let me know, and that way I can update and then tell the rest of the students. Then the discussion post, again, like I have all the content here that I want you to write about. The discussion post, I have a prompt for you. So here's my prompt for this sprint. Your initial post addressing my prompt here is due this coming Sunday at midnight. And then you will then respond to other students' posts, and those will be due the following Sunday at midnight. So you'll get 2 weeks to complete this discussion post. I just ask that your first initial post is there by Sunday midnight so that all your other classmates can count on having other things to, respond to. All right. Let's see what else here. Okay. So those are like the major things, for, the layout of the class. So again, just a quick review. On the home screen, you'll always see the latest sprint published. Sometimes I publish them ahead of time. Really depends on, how things are going in class. And if I feel that students can move, they can start moving ahead. So the agenda will always include what you need to know for these 2 weeks. The assignments and the discussions will be linked underneath. If there's something extra that I need you to pay attention to, I'll create individual pages to call your attention to it. And then I also have links out to like the design brief here, as well as a sneak peek as to one of the deliverables for a future sprint, which is putting together a proposal, but in a slide presentation. So a lot of times I repeat these links in other places, and that's on purpose. In my training, I've noticed that repeating my stuff makes sure that students see it. Everyone kind of learns differently. So I just want to make sure that people get the information they need to do the work. I won't walk through all of the details of the assignments for this week, but the quick overview, which I mentioned previously, you will be setting up a website for this class. You will be publishing your work to this website. So it is to your benefit, and also by design, that this is kind of quality control built in. Since this is a website that is public online, it will have your name and your professional work attached to it. So I want to make sure that you're posting things that you're proud of and you're always posting your best work. So the website is meant to help you start collecting your work and putting it up on a website in order to present it to new clients or new employers, and just to have a record of the work you've done in school. Some people already have a portfolio site. It is completely okay if you want to use that. You will just need to create a specific section on your site for Interactive One, so that I can easily find your content. Especially if you're not pursuing UX design, if you're doing graphic design or motion, I don't want the UX work to litter any of your other portfolio pieces. So just create a section that's consolidated so you can have one dedicated place on your website to upload stuff from this class. So I go through. Here I've got a video. You can tell it's an older video because I'm wearing glasses and I'm in a different room because there's metals behind me. But here, I kind of explain why WordPress, why I chose it. I actually use Squarespace now. In my job hunt, I just found that Squarespace visually was a little bit more compelling. It got me better traction from recruiters and hiring managers. I prefer WordPress. I'm very utilitarian. It's really simple. In my opinion, it's much easier to use than some of these other tools. Alas, your mileage and opinions will vary wildly. But I provide instructions as well on how to put this together. WordPress also has tutorial videos, so you don't have to rely on just my content to get you to where you need to go. You can rely on other tools as well. I provide a sample of what my portfolio looked like before I moved it to Squarespace. So you can click on that link and then put in the password and you can see how I've laid out my previous portfolio. And as I mentioned, I prefer it a lot more to what I have, even though what I have now is there's a lot of sizzle and visual coolness to it. All right. And then with the discussion, I already walked through that. The other big thing I want you to read through, which is really important, is the mobile app design brief. So I have it linked in the agenda. It's also important enough that I have it as its own standalone link here in the sprint. But this document explains to you what you're designing for the semester. And it gives you requirements for the software. It helps me communicate to you how the assignments that I will have for you directly tie into the themes of the class. And then some of the example, deliverables that you'll have. And I give some sample ideas as well. The gist of the project is that you will be focused on civic design. And what that means is that you will be working on a product that is built around public service or a community resource. So anything that where a person, a constituent, would rely on a tool like this to deal or work with the government or to find help in their neighborhood. So that could be filing taxes, filing unemployment, learning about the Colorado parks and wildlife and how to get a park pass, anything that has to do with public services for the people is what I want you to focus on this semester. I find that it's a great area to focus on because it helps you connect with important themes that are hyper local to your neighborhood or your city. It helps you think about how to improve someone's quality of life through product design. It gives an opportunity for you to draw from very relevant and timely topics and feedback, and news articles. This stuff is always happening in real time in your city. So there's just such a wealth of information that you can use as a basis for your design work that's why I've chosen this as the theme for Interaction Design 1. So you can give this a read. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. For inspiration, I've provided a link to Code for America, which is a nonprofit organization that does exactly this. They focus on tech solutions to civic problems. They've been around for at least 20, maybe 10, 15 years. They also have paid fellowships too. So it's, again, this is meant to provide some inspiration for you to see what other tech, let's see. Okay, here we go. It helps you understand how technology can be applied to civic services and public services, and for you to see some live examples of an organization putting their talent into action. You can feel free to use some of the content you see here as inspiration for what you want to work on. They focus on very specific things though. So in this case right now, it's tax filing, Medicaid, so public health care, and then local technology for cities and municipalities. You don't have to focus on just these three. These are just the examples and Code for America's specific areas. But I want you to find something that interests you. I want this to be an engaging project. I want you to feel that a project like this can help make a difference and is the right use for technology and your design efforts. So go ahead and give that a read. Please contact me if you have any questions, because again, if you've got a question, chances are someone else does too. And I want to make sure everyone has what they need to succeed for this semester. So that is how you navigate our 2-week sprints. So as a recap, when you sign into Canvas and in this class, you will always see you'll see the current sprint published. The agenda will have all the information you need to get started and to work through our 2 weeks together. I will have links here for the assignments and the discussions that you need to submit by the end of those 2 weeks. And then anytime there's something specific or special that I need to draw your attention to, I'll also have those called out as well. Something that I didn't go through is how to get in touch with me. So if you need to get in touch with me, I use Canvas, the native Canvas messages to help me organize all the student contacts. It also pushes notifications to my phone, so I see it immediately if I'm on my phone, and I can respond to it much faster than if you sent it through email. Emails end up getting lost. So please start with Canvas first before moving to email. You can also call and text at that number, 720-515-5778. It is a Google Voice number. So it usually just goes to voicemail, and then I listen, and then I call back. Or you can also text me there as well, because it's Google Voice. You can also request office hours through my tool on Calendly, and I may adjust the timing of it, like the times that are available. But it's like you essentially open up the scheduler, you'll see the days that are available. So I have Tuesday, Thursdays. You can click on one of the days and then select a time that you need. So when you request a time, just let me know. What course are you in? Are you in Interactive 1, 2, or 3? And let me know how I can help. That way, if I need to prepare anything for our call, I'll have that information. And the slots are 15 minutes long. You can book more than that if you need. 15 minutes is usually enough to like cover, like a small question. But if you need more time, just let me know. If you need a time that is not available on the scheduler, also let me know. And I can look at my work calendar and all the other stuff I've got going on, and like we can coordinate a time that works for both of us. So you're not limited to just Tuesday, Thursdays, and these time slots. This is what I have allotted for office hours, but if you need me on other times, just let me know. All right. So I think that pretty much sums up all that you need to know about who I am, what this class is about, what the main thing is that you're going to work on, which is that mobile app, and how to navigate Canvas. So if there's anything that wasn't clear, as I mentioned, please contact me. My inbox is always open. And I really look forward to seeing the great work you're going to do this semester.